Hey guys, what's up? It's Quantive here and welcome to this new video. Now guys, this is going to be a bit of a ability review of all the abilities you can actually get from the World Event 2. So guys, I hope you are getting all your renown each day, getting your 30k cap, and also probably doing a bit of extra with the Wandering Alchemist, or if you need to get extra renown, that is. Anyway guys, I'm going to jump straight into each tier ability and exactly how they work, and I'll show you some footage of that as well. Anyway guys, let's go. So guys, on screen you'll be seeing some footage of all three abilities in play, and you can just watch that while I talk about each one. So the tier 1 ability is called Sacrifice, and now this is a basic ability that actually requires you to have the gold token. It also costs 21,000 renown and is available from the phase 1, so definitely guys, right now, as you can get every single ability, you can all make sure you do pick each one of these up. As for the effects of it, actually it is a basic constitution ability requiring 10 HP, so everyone should be able to use that, dealing up to 100 damage on your opponent, ignoring protection prayers. It heals 25% of the damage, or if you actually kill the target, it heals 100% of that hit. So it's quite a good ability to get little heals off, and this actually works with all combat styles, which is quite good. Now guys, onto the second ability, which is tier 2, Devotion. Now guys, this is a defensive threshold which requires the Runite token and is 32,000 renown. It makes your protection prayers 100% effective for 20 seconds, and also killing an opponent extends this remaining for 5 seconds, which is actually insanely good at lots of PvM locations, as you can see on screen right now. The demon does not hit through that prayer, it only hits one each time it was actually going to hit. And now guys, onto the very last of the abilities, number 3 is Transfigure. This only just came out quite recently, as you're able to obtain it at phase 5. Now guys, this does actually require you to have the dragon token unlocked, and also costs 105k renown, which is quite a lot, but definitely guys, that's probably worth getting if you do not want to be getting it from the God Wars and stuff like that, which I will talk about later. Anyway guys, this is an ultimate constitution ability which stuns you for 6 seconds, and when this stun ends you heal 250% of any damage taken during this stun, and you become immune for stuns for the next 15 seconds, which sounds pretty good. To be honest, I've only used it a couple of times. I tested it out here, as you can see on screen, and also I'm testing it out at a few bosses to see how useful it is, and I'll be able to tell you about that in the second part of this video. Anyway guys, that's the effects of every single ability, and we'll jump onto how useful each of them are. Okay guys, so onto the first ability again. Sacrifice is definitely very useful when you need to be healing little amounts of HP. Definitely very useful if you're doing Slayer tasks and things like that. I've actually used it quite a lot on multiple Slayer tasks, and it does work out quite well if you can time it correctly with actually killing the monster. Now it is a bit temperamental with actually not hitting a constant amount or that sort of thing. It is very it does vary the amount that you will hit with it, which does mean that it can sometimes not KO the monster, leaving you with less HP than you normally would. Anyway guys, it's definitely an ability that I would recommend getting if you haven't already, and otherwise yeah, definitely do look at spending your points on the other abilities. Now guys, as for Devotion, this ability I definitely do recommend you 100% get. I'm not too sure what the circumstances of it actually getting nerfed or anything like that in the future, potentially a while, because it is quite a very overpowered ability anyway. It does actually take away a lot of the damage that you do take at lots of bosses, and it makes them a lot easier, so I definitely do recommend picking up this ability. I probably think this is probably one of the ones that should have been costed a bit more, probably around the range of 80k renown. Sorry, it definitely is an ability that's worth getting. It does block heaps of stuff to do with your either Slayer tasks, PvM, and also lots of other things like I've actually used it on JAD tasks and stuff like that. It does block lots of that, so it's very useful for lots of bossing situations and lots of PvM. And now guys, onto the last ability, which is Transfigure. Now this ability does have a cap that I've found out, which is 5,000, so you cannot heal over 5,000 from any damage you do take. It'll heal you just that 5,000 if you do take over that. And another thing that I was actually been wondering for quite a while about this ability, since I've seen it on the Runescape wiki since the start of this event, if it would actually be helpful at next and that sort of thing. I found out from a little bit of testing and a couple of other videos, especially RS3's one, so definitely do jump over to that one. I'll put a link down in the description below. He does give a good overview of this ability as well. This does actually not work when you have anticipate or freedom used already, so that means you cannot use it the normal way we would with ice prisons, but you can definitely still use it if you actually time it correctly for before the prison when she actually says die now in a prison of ice. So guys, as I would definitely pick this up if you're a big PvMer. Otherwise, definitely guys, like I said before, you can actually pick these up at the God Wars dungeon after the event is finished. So that's another thing you could do. You could go and camp Bandos or Armadil and pick up the sets with the Armor War Priest sets, and also the abilities will be dropped. These are very rare drops as stated on the Runescape wiki, so definitely make sure you're willing to spend the time if you're going to be doing that. Anyway guys, that's it for these ability reviews. I do hope this helped out. If it did, please do drop a like. I'll be doing more of these in the future. Anyway guys, I'll see you next time. Later.